You finished Cyberpunk 2077 and are now wondering what to play. These 5 games are the answer. Let's get into it. Every single one of these, by the way, needs to be on your radar. First up, Replaced. And honestly, if you sleep on this one, it's crazy. It's just came out and we play as Reach, an AI that's been trapped inside a human body against its will. And immediately, that's a more interesting premise than most games these days are giving us right now. You're not a mercenary, we're a chosen one. We're a machine trying to figure out what it even means to feel something, dropped into a world that doesn't really care about us at all. The setting is an alternate 1980s America that got hit by a nuclear catastrophe, and the city that we're in, Phoenix City, is this walled-off, corrupt stronghold where the rich will harvest organs from the poor. It's dark, it's grim, and the pixel art in this game that they've used is really, genuinely stunning. We're talking handcrafted visuals with modern lighting effects slapped on top, and the synth-driven soundtrack it's just good. The gameplay is kind of a 2.5D cinematic platformer, the usual running, climbing, sneaking through kind of crumbling districts, and of course neon lit alleys, and that gets me at any game. The combat is good. Think kind of Arkham style, the chaining the kind of punches into range finishes, reading enemies, keeping the flow going. There's also a hub area where we can kind of talk shop to NPCs and kind of pull back the curtain on what is going on in this game. Replaced looks great. It's out now on PC and Xbox, and the demo is already live on Steam, so you can go and play it right now. Really big change for this next one, but please bear with me. I played it what feels like a couple of years ago now, Nivalis, and this is actually one of the most unique games that I'm going to tell you about. So kind of Cyberpunk 27 has a lot of stuff going on in the background. This game is the background. This is kind of like a street vendor, food stall kind of thing. The whole game is like kind of living in a cyberpunk city, and we just kind of exist in it. We start small, we have a little food stall, kind of like a noodle stand, and we build up from there. Restaurants, bars, eventually a nightclub, and we're basically managing a business in a city where we don't know what's going on outside our little shop. I really enjoyed it. It's a very calm, relaxing vibe, but kind of what made Nivalis I think really special is how the management looks. It's it is a life simulator, so we have a boat, we can go fishing, we can buy and decorate apartments, we can meet people, build friendships, and we can also kind of apparently romanticize with the NPCs as well, which I'm sure some people will get annoyed about for whatever reason. But every character in the city, in the game, has a story. We can choose kind of how deep we go with each kind of civilian. The city itself is a cyberpunk voxel world, and it has a full day and night cycle, and it has realistic weather. And when I played it, I just really enjoyed kind of walking around, exploring the world that we were in. This game is for people who kind of enjoyed cyberpunk, but kind of wanted to spend a bit more time in the apartments and the bars and than they did on the kind of main story. If I'm calling you out, you know who you are. Nivalis is coming out this year. It's published by 505 Games. I'm really looking forward to this one. This next one is a tad different. This is kind of very bizarre. It's called ReBlade, The Death Spiral. It's a cyberpunk roguelike hack and slash, and what makes this stand out immediately is the setting, because instead of the usual kind of Western cyberpunk aesthetic, neon Tokyo, those rain-soaked neon alleyways I spoke about earlier, this one pulls its inspiration from Chinese mythology, and that combination of ancient mythology slammed into a cyberpunk future is generally something we haven't really seen before. We play as a condemned synthetic, basically a robot that's been marked for destruction, trapped kind of in an endless cycle of death and reset, and every time we die we just go again. But the point isn't just to survive, it's to piece together why this is happening and eventually break out of the cycle entirely. The combat is built around timing and control, so we're not just mashing buttons, which is what I do. We have to read the enemy behavior, their balancing, offense and defense, and we have to strike at the right moment, which I will tell you right now, I cannot play these kind of games, but it looks so good. And the enemies are different. These huge ancient creatures that have kind of been twisted and kind of reinforced with machinery. So you got these things that feel almost like mythological, but also kind of futuristic and mechanical at the same time. It's a really interesting contrast as well. We don't have a release date on this one, but it is available to wishlist on Steam. It's developed by Chili Room, who made Soul Knight, so they do know what they're doing with this genre. Now we're getting into the ones that feel a little little bit more proper Cyberpunk 2077, and this is no law. It's absolutely in that conversation. This one comes from Neon Giant, the studio behind The Ascent, and if you played that game, you know they can build worlds really well. No Law is their next game. They've gone from an isometric to full first-person open-world RPG. We play as Gray Harker, ex-military, done with a life, and just trying to exist quietly, and then trouble comes a-knocking, because of course it does. All these games, there's always, you know, we're retired, we're calm, we're relaxing, and all of a sudden trouble comes. So now we're back in it, and we're using Black Ops instincts and custom hardware to take back what was taken from us in a city called Port Desire. And Port Desire is dense. It's not a massive open world for the sake of it. It's a well-built, tight, layered city carved into the cliffs above the sea. Every rooftop, every alley has something going on, and the world responds to how we play. You know, if we help someone, that will ripple forward. If we take someone out quietly versus going in loud, the city will notice. There's multiple endings, there's different paths to take, and a skill tree that lets us choose whether we want to be stealthy, we want to go down the hacker route, or full chaos, depending on our kind of mood, our gameplay. And the combat, from what we've seen, looks brutal and fun. Big kicks, explosive gunplay, and of course some sneaky assassinations. And the team is about 24 people, which is mad considering what they've done with this game. No release date, but it is coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. This one looks great, and I'm really interested for it as well. But finally, the wild card. This one came out of nowhere, and it generally has me intrigued. Supreme Experiment is set 100 years after humanity gave up on the surface of the Earth and retreated into Spire cities, which are these huge towers that stretch like 8 kilometers up into the sky, way up above the toxic clouds. But down on the surface, machines were left to keep everything running. And for almost a century, they did, until one day, they just kind of stopped. The machines went silent, the resources stopped coming up, and now someone has to go down there and find out what happened. And well, that's where we come in. We have to go down, and the machines have evolved. They've formed their own tribes, their own hierarchy, and they've developed something like religion, worshipping their own gods, built from the scraps of the technology that they were left with. So we're kind of descending into this world of high-tech ruin, sitting right next to, you know, kind of primitive machine cult settlements, and nothing is of course what it seems. It's a first-person atmospheric FPS with immersive simulator elements, so, you know, of course, exploration, combat, hacking terminals, and also piecing together what actually went down on the Earth while we were, you know, whilst we were up in our, you know, our ivory towers. And there's this mechanic in the game called fragmented reality, which is a neural implant that lets us access a parallel dimension unlocked through symbols and visual distortions. So the mystery goes even deeper than just the surface. And now, listen, visually, it looks great, it looks stunning, and the concept is actually very interesting. It does get me excited to see these stories coming out of nowhere, which actually I would watch a movie on or a TV show on. The bad news, like the others in this video, apart from Replaced, there is no release date on this. It's PC only for now, but it is one to keep your eye on. And that's 5 games that you should have on your radar. Replaced if you want it now, Nivalis if you want to live in a cyberpunk world rather than just fight through it, ReBlade if you're into roguelikes with a twist, No Law if you want that true Cyberpunk 2077 successor feeling, and Supreme Experiment if it's something that you generally unlike everything else we have out there at the minute. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next video.